Yeah, Canada really had a bit of a tough pool, you think about it. England, Australia, both pretty impressive yesterday. And they struggled a bit with that. They played a little bit of a tight game. They like to use their big men running forward, and they certainly are big men. Zimbabwe spirited as ever with these invitational teams, and certainly 8 and 7 ones to watch out for. Shamala and Chitokwindo, two brilliant players for them yesterday.
Yeah, Chitokwindo scoring arguably the best try of the day on day one of the men's side of the draw. And if you have a bit of day one to catch up on, you can hit up at World Rugby Sevens on Twitter, World Rugby Sevens on Facebook, and World Rugby at Instagram to catch up on some of the highlights from the men's draw as Canada and Zimbabwe make their way onto the park. Nice conditions here on the final day in Dubai. The sun hasn't really cranked up as of yet, and that will certainly help the Canadians.
Really are frustrated at times, the Canadians. They've had their troubles off the field, but it's all about this unity now. Nate Hirayama, the man in shot, he is the general of this team. If he plays well, they play well. Although a little bit sad to see his mogo, I've got to say. 1st of December, he's got rid of it.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of the guys yesterday supporting Movember. Tommy Mitchell from England. Mate was sporting a classic Mo. Looked a million. Damien Schneider, man in charge of this trophy quarterfinal. It'll be Hirayama who gets us moving and shaking. So the unpredictable Zimbabweans up against the Canadians who've been doing it in style for a long time on the circuit. Hirayama won't get the 10, and it will be a Zimbabwean free kick back on halfway.
First chance to see them now. How bright is that kit? Had the highlight of pens on that one, but you need to see how good Chitokwindo is. When he gets the ball, he can do some pretty special things.
So the first use of the ball with the Zimbabweans. Kumudiro clears a pass nicely there for Chitokwindo, the man we spoke about in the lead up to this clash. He's just caught the chalk. It'll be a Canadian line-out throw.
Not a great thing when the wingers run into touchdown, that touchline. Really somewhere you've got to stay in play and build the phases. Zimbabwe spirited in how they try and attack. And we've mentioned about to look out for this man. He's got a great fend. Off he goes, but just too close to that touchline. There's impressive defence from Isaac Kay to throw him out.
Nice take from Mullins. Good ball over the top as well for Hirayama. Pat Kay pops it up to Braid. In turn finds Hirayama. Hirayama has one of the quickest blokes on the circuit on the outside, and Douglas blows right on by. Canada going first.
Well, it's a great combination whenever you see Hirayama and Douglas together. This guy is so consistent in everything he does. He plays a lot of minutes on the series. When you get the ball from Hirayama, it just teases the defenders. Ball in two hands, that little dummy. It turns Chitokwindo inside, and then we're not playing touch, sadly. You need to make the tackle. Goes for the short grab, and Douglas just got too much pace.
Hirayama knocks over the additional 2, and Canada go up by the converted try. Up the middle this time around, it carries the 10, and Zimbabwe read it well. They get in behind and snap it back from Canada.
High tackle.
High tackle the call. Tap goes good. Here's Kumudiro. Over to Chitokwindo. Chitokwindo lays it off on the outside for Pritchard. Kumudiro going direct for the moment via Chibue. Touch isolated though. Damien Schneider Swings the arm in favour of Zimbabwe, though, and Pritchard with another touch. Hunduza trying to fend his way through the Canadian defence. Braid over the top, so good on the ball, Connor Braid, and he snaps it away from the Zimbabweans. And Damien Schneider wants to have a little chat here. Got a call from his assistant ref.
Over here. Green 8, holding back players. Give me the mark here.
Well, eagle-eyed from the assistant referee.
Here.
So much happens in a game of sevens, but in the back play, sometimes you can hold the jersey back. A bit of gamesmanship, perhaps. But Shamala got called out. I guess with his shirt being so out there, you're not going to miss it. It's a real subtle thing, but in the midfield, you're just trying to buy a little bit of time. Keep an eye on number 8. He's getting up off the floor. Shamala just holds him down. Really simple. Look at that. Kay held in. And that's the type of thing that can really antagonise people. You can see the little bit of faction after it. It's a well-found clip and just shows how much happens in the game.
Mullins down to Hirayama. In for Kay. Braid. Connor Braid shapes the pass. Delays the switch there for Douglas. Good low tackle from Rian O'Neill. Quick recycle frees up a couple of numbers on the far side. Mullins is lurking.
There's a full-on chin strap for Mullins, but he is a wonderful athlete. Give him the ball, nice open space. What are the K's this time? Isaac takes the ball to the line, then sends it across. And just look at the size difference. The commitment's there from the Zimbabwean team, as it often is, but Mullins just too powerful.
Conversion no good. It stays Canada 12, Zimbabwe yet to score. The restart carries the 10 and Teal's in there to knock it back for Canada. Hirayama, one-handed shuffle over to Kay. Kay cuts back against the defence. Kay, he's been wonderful for Canada this weekend. Mullins, Braid outside, goes himself. Teal slides it out the back. Kay tried to do similar, and Zimbabwe read it well to
Release.
Snap it back away from them. Zimbabwe. It's been hard graft getting out of their own half.
No clear release. No clear release.
Happy to stay away from the line out, Zimbabwe, and try and run the Canadians off their feet. Hurunza, chopped by Braid. Hurunza, though, does a good job of getting up and going again, and Braid's happy to repeat the effort as well as forces the turnover. Kay, Isaac Kay to Pat. Douglas, already one try. 15 out. It's been all Canada in this first term.
Offside.
Hirayama goes quick, hands are out in front, and good for Mullins, and he has his second.
Well, he swapped side of the pitch, but Mullins with the same outcome. Couple in this game, as he looks a little bit tired as he's walking back. Hanging out wide for a breather maybe, but he gets the chance after this lovely little bit of link play.
Green players has to move.
Isaac Kay getting some heat, but gets the ball out to Mullins, and because the defensive commit, it's a walk-in for the big man. When he catches it, he puts it in the paw and puts it down.
Hirayama stripe that one. Direction off to the left though, and at the break, it is Canada going along nicely here in this trophy quarterfinal. They are up by 17 against Zimbabwe.
You're going to work those legs to create a good run and then play quick. Lastly, you deep, you wide, and you move forward. That's our play. And you've got to play like that. You've got to work hard to get deep. You've got to work hard to keep moving that ball. But do not overwork those runs. Good flow tackle, fade out. And then we push.
Check it, guys. First receiver. Let's go wide first before we start cutting back in, alright? Just not helping our shape at all.
Well, this is a first, Rob Vickerman. We've been doing the circuit for a long time now, you and I, and the Canadians have dunked their beanies into the ice bucket. Beanies in the desert.
I'm going to say something. I'm going to throw it out there. If you like it, you can take it. If you don't, send it right back. That is one of the best ideas I've seen in Dubai. It is so hot, your head's burning, you put a beanie on, it cools you down straight away. Absolutely loving that. I also think that Hirayama looks far better with a moustache.
It's gone, and so is the first half. That is in the rear view mirror. It was all Canada. Up by 17. Mullins with a first half pair. Douglas, the other try scorer. Moving once more. Hirayama pulls in the restart to the second half. Zimbabwe up against Canada, and Isaac Hay very nearly got the offload away there. It would have been trouble for Zimbabwe if he had have cleared it. Braid goes on the support line here. Speaking to Zaruba, calling it infield, and they connect nicely. Braid off Zaruba. Connor Braid at full flight. Drink it in, it always goes down smooth.
Well, Braid, such a warrior. He's great in defence, he's supportive of it. So good to see Zaruba back in a sevens gig. The size difference of the two 11s there, it looks like he's on Zoom, doesn't it? But Zaruba's big, strong, he's powerful, and he's a creator there. Braid just hanging on the inside. What a slipstream to be in.
And just so much room for activities in behind that Zimbabwean defence after Zaruba got through and slipped the pass away.
Green 11 off. Green 11. Turn back on.
Hirayama, as always, gives his chasing pack the chance to get up and contest, and such a height advantage here for Canada. They really are dominating in that phase of the game at the moment. That one looked to be forward just a metre or so, and the rugby gods say, you know what, we're not having any of that. Here's a line-out throw for Zimbabwe.
And finally get to see Zimbabwe with a bit of ball. Just want to see one or two moments that we know they can have, but they can't win their set piece.
Douglas. Across the park they go. Hirayama pops it out. Zaruba created moments ago. This time round he gets to touch it down.
A little bit lucky there perhaps, but it's worth saying. You do ride your luck at times in sevens. speculative on that one. And then backs it up again with one clearly a good meter in front. Schneider's in line with it. Bring back the wavy lines. That was pretty lucky, but Zaruba showing his versatility. Sets one up on this near side, then on the far side, gets to glide one round.
Subs coming. Time back on.
Hirayama goes to the same side, and it's the same result for the Canadians. Knocked back and reeled in by the men in red. A couple of changes from coach Damien McGrath as well. Mixing things up. Douglas still on the park though. Douglas chasing some support. Get it a little late. And Zimbabwe
In front of the mark here.
force the penalty.
We're taking in front of the mark. Time off.
Just one play. Come on, Zimbabwe. Show everyone what you can do.
And 9 red off. Time back on.
Chiwanza taps and releases the runners outside. They're going to kick ahead here, but it's gone skew-if, and it's hit a Canadian jersey rather than getting in behind. Around comes Coe. Coe, he had some good touches yesterday as well, did Andrew Coe. Zaruba in at scrum half. Douglas sends the direction of play to the midfield. Good hands from Kay. He connected with Jovanovic.
First man on ball, it's good.
Zimbabwe great on the ball again though. And here comes some ball for the men out of Zimbabwe. Just grass there was Mugariri. Kumadira. Chitaquindo. Chitaquindo. Look at the feet on Chitaquindo. The bloke can move. Now they keep it tight, try and muscle through Medida.
Chaka rolling. Chaka roll away.
Chitaquindo tapping and going. Chitaquindo shapes to the right, goes back to the left and puts it in the arms of Chiwanza.
Time off.
Has he got it down? We need sign off.
Happy with the grounding. Was a very in touch.
Let's hope so. Excellent stuff. Schneider, giving the crowd and the world exactly what they want. A lot of commitment from the Zimbabwean team. Chiwanza perhaps looked like a double movement at first, but he will take it, scoring in his fluorescent kit, and that man, so impressive for this team. Chitaquindo gets the ball across. You're allowed one movement, that's fine. As he gets the fend out, gets the face plant, eat a bit of grass, and then the reach. Give him that one. The moral score for Zimbabwe.
Conversion is off to the right, and the margin remains 26 in favour of Canada. Super take from Mora. Now trying to wrestle his way to the turf. Douglas. Kay. Kay cuts through and then slides it out of the back of the hand to Zaruba. Zaruba back to Kay. Kay for Zaruba. Zaruba to Kay. Kay spins round and says, "Do we just become best friends?" Yes.
Well, great that Kay got to score, because he set one up with an unbelievable offload out the back door. Came from this restart, and what a lift. Zaruba showing his strength. The power lifter throws him up and then gets released. Lovely out the back door, and Zaruba runs through the defence to the point where we've still got a man down in the middle, can't quite see his number, but Kay is the beneficiary out of that backdoor pass, gives it to Zaruba, stays on the inside and gets to celebrate with the cake tin, puts it down to score. A little bit of concern about the commitment. I think it was Chinzawa, the man that scored for Zimbabwe, now feeling the wrath of Zaruba's force.
Full time, Canada, too good for Zimbabwe, 38 points to 5.
Norton, chip and chase.
This is going to be a marvellous score for Darcy Graham.
Super try from Solomon Ogia. And Norton's away.
Darcy Graham, brilliant try.
Ogia, and he does like to score a try, this fella.
The captain, Snowman goes in to Nadler. Quagga Smith, miracle put down. Agaba grabs the gold medal for the Blitzbokker. Back-to-back titles here in Dubai for the Blitzbokker.